Morning guys, Crazy Yiddo here from Tottenham 1882, bringing you a little recap of our last war. We faced the clan Shovalie. So as you can see, we picked up a 2-star victory. Just to have a look at their team, 166 war wins, an Iranian clan, level 6. We've been facing quite a few Iranian clans recently, and I think we've actually matched up against another one, Iran Angels. So, it'll be good to see how we get on at the end of that. We've started off pretty well, but I just wanted to bring you three of my my top three attacks of this war. So we're going to start off with Big Al on number 9. So we can see from the base that it's a slightly different design to what we're used to. Clan Castle is quite exposed. Queen and Town Hall are quite deep. Lots and lots of point defence at the bottom. 4 archer towers, 3 cannons, etc. So Big Al brings a go-ho. Okay, so he starts up on the right hand side. He lures out the dragon with a minion. Wasn't really sure what this was about because you don't get any ground troops. You don't get any air targeting troops out of the CC if you bring like a minion. Whereas if you brought like a barbarian or an archer or a giant or something like that, then you get everything out of there. But he goes ahead and puts a poison down on the dragon, and let's just speed that up as we go through. And what you'll see in just a second, he brings a hog in, gets a giant bomb, which is nice, and then drops a second poison down. So we'll just speed that. He gets a skeleton trap triggered as well, which is quite nice. So that all goes down. And then he brings his golems in from the right-hand side. Quite a narrow funnel. But he brings a giant down at the bottom just to help with the with tanking for these trash buildings down the bottom, so that the funnel is nice and wide. He drops his jump spell down. Golems go in as well as the king. King's going to smack that mortar and then decide that the mortar's no good, so he goes in there and takes on the queen. The king comes out to engage as well, and the barbarians help to take down the king as well as the queen. They do trigger another giant bomb. I've missed it. The hogs have already come in from the bottom right hand side, and they work their way up through the base. This was almost one of the cleanest attacks I've seen from Big Al before, but he just misses these 2 buildings here. But it's okay. He's got so many hogs. He brings the last couple of hogs in the left-hand side on the cannon while it's being distracted, while the hogs are under hill, so nothing's moving. And everything moves through. As they move up to that last mortar, they do trigger a giant bomb, but they're sitting in a hill. They come down. Last three defensive buildings. Queen is being targeted. That's not a problem. She's tanking. Uses the ability. And then we clean up. 3 stars for Big Al. Very, very nice. Now, the second attack that I wanted to show you was actually by Josh on number 13. So he brings a Go-Ho Wee Wee and a Quad Quake. So he drops his Quake right on the centre by the clan castle. So you can see that he's going to bring his kill squad in from the north. And he's going to look to get everything all the way down into those expos and the queen and king. So he's come quite a long way from the queen. So he's got a long way to travel, which is why we've got those witches in there for extra tanking. So his golems go down, and he creates a nice wide funnel with his wizards. Same normal thing. Queen goes down in the centre, and then we're going to see some wall breakers come in either side to help the golems in. Small wall breaker fail on the left. But the golem decides to beat through there anyway. So then come the heroes and the witches and wizards, and the kill squad is raged up. So that kill squad goes down in no time whatsoever. The queen moves on through. They get a double giant bomb triggered on that right hand side. The enemy queen is still up at the moment. They get the second double giant bomb triggered. And you can see that the friendly queen is coming in to smack the enemy queen now, and the hogs are coming in from the right hand side. So everything just sweeping across the base. So first heal is down. Works his way through this Tesla farm. With the king beating on them on the backside. The hogs do well to get through that. Get into the heal. Queen and Witch is working on the Town Hall right now. Hopefully they'll come and join the fight with the King in a minute. So the King leaves them alone and heads off towards the Witches. Queen's still not interested. There's a few hogs left. As they move down, they do hit a couple of spring traps and some little bombs. And the hogs do have to march up to that 9 o'clock position to get the AD. Queen ability up. Final defence goes down. And we're cleaning up. So really nice attack from Josh. Very, very good, sir. Okay, so the last attack that I wanted to show you was a bit of Town Hall 8. So there's not much Town Hall 8 going on. So if I show Josh again, Josh on his number 2 account. So let's take a look at this base. This is a pretty common base actually, with the 4 outside compartments and then the weird plus-shaped core with the Town Hall in the middle. Lots of double giant bomb spaces in the centre, lots of bomb spaces, Tesla spaces. So it looks difficult to hog, but Josh brings a really, really nice attack to this one. So normal stuff at Town Hall 8, I'll just speed this up. He brings a hog in on the cannon, gets the lure, and gets his poison down. First poison down. If you've got a level 4 poison and a level 1 poison, you can just dump them on top of each other. They will still take the dragon down, and they'll do it a lot faster. So he just starts on the outside buildings with some archers, which is intelligent. You don't want to miss those builder huts on the outside. They can cause so many 98, 99% that you really don't want. But he brings in golem number 1 and golem number 2 from this right-hand side. Just targeting an individual compartment. Now, he's got no splash damage on the bottom side, which is good for his wall breakers. But you'll see on the top for his wall breakers, he gets a wall breaker fail. So that golem ends up being a bit useless, which is a bit of a shame. But it does tank a little bit, I guess. And it is going to sit on the wall there. But his king works in with the golem on the bottom. And rages up. And the hogs start coming in. So he starts in at 3 o'clock. Just surgically, just moving them around anti-clockwise around the base. Does hit a couple of spring traps. But not a big deal. He brings in CC hogs from the left-hand side. Nice heel placement there as the hogs move over to the air defence. And they're going to move on to the Tesla. He's got skeletons chasing the ones in his bottom left-hand corner. He chucks a hill down for the ones in the core. They move through a giant bomb and survive. They move through another giant bomb, survive. And the hogs down the left-hand side, they're still working away. There's still a few left. Just running out of that heel now, and the skeletons are getting there. But the mortar goes down just in time, and the hogs turn around and hit what's hitting them. And then it's clean up. So it's quite a long clean up. As the hogs take through the Town Hall. Do hit the last the last giant bomb. But that's the 3-star. So we did have 40 attacks, which is excellent. It's always good to see when we get the full amount of attacks. And you know, we had 12 3-stars, 6 2-stars, and a 1-star. We did have one base that we couldn't get a star, and I think that was a top Town Hall 11. We're still learning on how to attack the Town Hall 11s at the moment, so we're making good progress. But you know, there's just a bit of improvement to be made. That's fine. Town Hall 10s still getting the 2 stars, which is good, and Town Hall 9s are generally being 3-starred, and everything below being 3-starred. So things are working out quite well. We're getting a few uneven matchups at the moment, but you know, what can we do? We just we have to deal with what we face, and we just have to go ahead and have our best attacks every war that we have against whoever it is. So that's going to be pretty much it from me. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.